rock star, cause tonight I'm getting out of line and it's alright. Feeling like feeling like just as cool as John Wayne in his movies. Feeling like I'm James Dean and I know it. Feeling like feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star. Feeling like a rock star.
I don't wanna feel this way, but it's not that easy. You're complicating things for me. No, it's not that easy. Maybe just a little time can heal me, but it doesn't feel the way. What are you doing to me? Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. Though I'm broken, I'm still hoping I could be with you. I'm still breathing, it's not easy. I'm just a fool for you. Come back to me. Yeah, I'm just that stupid. Thought that we were meant to be. Yeah, I'm just that stupid. Maybe just a little time can make you change your mind about us. I thought that we were meant to be. Why'd you break my heart? Left me in the dark, dark. Why'd you have to go? I don't wanna feel this way. I'm still hoping I could be with you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. I had quite a week, so probably going to talk about that a little later, but I'm down to one eye, and this is my worst eye that I have left. So this eye patch is a little irritating, but we're going to try to get through this. I am slowly healing from what happened last week, this might be a short live stream. We might get through the project flipped. We might get the voting started. Talk about what was announced this morning. See all the predictions that we got right, the ones that we got wrong, and yeah. So this is the pre-show. So I'll just kind of talk about what happened to me this week before we get into anything good. So those of you that don't know, I am a UX engineer. I'm a graphic designer, and I had a really harsh deadline last week. This was for Monday. Well, maybe it was for Tuesday. I feel like the deadline was for Tuesday. So Monday night, I stayed up really late till 2 in the morning, which might not be late for some of you, but to be in the zone and straining my eyes on the computer 2 o'clock in the morning is something I shouldn't do anymore at my age. I'm 47 years old, and I'm starting to get into reserve mode. I don't want to run in a field because I don't want to sprain my ankle or mess up my knee, or like I want to get through the rest of my life as healthy as possible. So pulling all-nighters is not something I should do anymore. But I was straining my eye, and then I was having really, really bad headaches. Now I've had really bad sinus infection for, 2 months now. And so I've been getting headaches up here, like right behind my eyebrows. And usually that is, some mucus buildup that, I've got to like rinse out. And once I rinse it out, there's this relief. And then a couple weeks later, I mow the yard, and all of a sudden that's back. So anyway, so I woke up Thursday morning, and my eyes didn't align. So one eye would look straight forward and the other eye was kind of crooked. I didn't know it was crooked at the time. But now that I know it's wrong, I'm kind of looking back, and I realize it was. At first I thought this eye wouldn't focus correctly. They say once you become like middle-aged, your eyes don't focus as much. So you usually see people my age using reader glasses because I can't see things close up. And so I've got a couple of those. I've got some for reading, and then I've got some for the computer. But anyway, so I kind of thought it was just a hoax. I thought it was something that was just going to go back to normal. But Friday and Saturday, I went to bed at like 5 because I didn't want, like, as soon as I got off work, I went to bed because I didn't want to use my eyes. I wanted to rest them. And then thinking Saturday would be fine. And then when I woke up Saturday, they weren't good. So for the most part on Saturday, I laid down and closed my eyes. So my whole weekend was kind of shot. And then Sunday, I sing at church. So Saturday night, I was like, I've got to do something so I don't use this eye. So I went to Kroger's and I got a cheap eye patch, and I don't have that on me right now. But I wore that cheap eye patch on Sunday. And so I was up there singing, and I never know the words, so I always have to read the words while I'm singing the song. I had 2 songs. And so the whole time I'm holding this piece of paper up to my eyes. And so one of my friends at church, he works for an optometrist. So he made some calls, and I got right in on Monday morning, which is a huge blessing because it's really hard to get into an eye doctor right away. But I got in, and he kind of saw me on the side, like kind of worked me in between customers that he already had. And so I just kind of sat there and waited for an open window. And then we went back and he did all the eye tests on me. And we concluded there that it was diabetes, and it was something palsy. He mentioned, I'm not sure, I don't know if it's ocular palsy. Like, I think it has some guy's name that discovered it, is the name of it. But if you think about like Bell's palsy or any kind of palsy, is usually like a muscle that stops working. Okay. And so anyway, he didn't have the equipment that he needed to see whether or not I had an aneurysm or a stroke or something like that. So I went straight to the ER downtown at Vanderbilt. And they got me right in. They did a CAT scan or a CT scan of my head. And they ruled out an aneurysm or a stroke. And so what those are is like when a blood vessel pops in your head. And because I just woke up this way, it wasn't something that gradually happened. It just kind of snapped. They thought I might have popped a blood vessel in there somewhere. So that didn't happen. So the good news is I probably won't need eye surgery or anything like that unless this doesn't correct itself. But they said 1 to 3 months, I'll be back to normal. So I've got to look like a pirate for maybe 3 months. The good news is I got a lot of compliments at church. They were like, man, you can really pull off an eye patch. Like you look pretty BA. So I'm embracing the eye patch. This was the quickest one that I could get off Amazon. But I will probably get a different one that's a little bit more comfortable. They've got one that has like a little slit in the top of it, so it lets your eye breathe. Because I can feel right now that I'm kind of sweating a little bit. Something else I did was so I went to Home Depot. This is just a side note. This is my random engineering mind. With these eye patches, even the one that was like the Kroger's one that was kind of fabric, like my eye just sweats, right? Anytime you've got something covered, it just sweats. So what I did was Home Depot has $4 reading glasses. And so I popped one of the lenses out, and then I took electrician's tape and covered the other one. So I don't know if you can see it, but I blacked out one side so I could just walk around the house like this. There's nothing in this one. So I've got kind of an eye patch that I can put on real quick. And the real thing is, and I'm about to show you guys my eyes. So if you don't want to see it, look away. But the real thing is like this eye, this eye is, it's resting over to the side. Oh, I never told you what was wrong. So my optical nerve in this eye, basically stopped working. And it's going to come back. It's going to start working over time. So, but basically what's happening is this eye is basically pointing all the way over there. And I can get them both to focus in a straight line, but it hurts a lot. So I'm basically just not going to use this eye for a couple weeks, and hopefully it'll fix itself. But y'all get ready for the beauty. I've never looked better. So if that doesn't freak you out. So anyway, that's where I'm at. So Nacho, which I've known for a while, he's blind in his left eye. Left eye pointed to the side for most of his life. He had surgery when he moved to Pennsylvania. It was to straighten his eye. And then he said he had something else. It did not help his vision, but did a lot for his self-esteem. Before that, I looked like Marty Feldman. Yeah, I feel that. The good news is when I read the eye chart, each eye can see great. I mean, this eye is not as good as this eye is, but when I covered one eye and did the eye test, both eyes can still see great. It's just the muscle that moves my eye is really lazy. So yeah, so that's where we're at. And I'm not feeling good. Like I was in the ER for maybe 7 hours yesterday, and I was at an optometrist for a couple hours before that. So I haven't felt very good. They were poking at me, and the thing that hurt the most is they kept spreading my eye open and shoving flashlights in it and magnifying glasses and stuff like that. And they were like, "Oh, you're really sensitive to light." And I was like, and I told them, I said, I wasn't sensitive to light before you started shoving lights in my face. So anyway, that's why I look like a pirate. And I had like a whole, you know how I wear that beanie sometimes, my FPV beanie. I thought about putting that on. I thought about this nice little pirate montage with the sailboat behind me and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, this is what you get. So yeah, project flips. We got some pretty good entries in. I was trying to think how many we had. We are voting for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 people to vote for Project Flip. So pretty excited about that. Chris got one in at the last minute. I almost forgot about Alex's. Alex didn't post one in Project Flipped, but he mentioned that he had one. I think he was probably the second person that posted one, but I forgot all about him, so almost missed him. But because I missed my day of work yesterday, I did a lot of catch up today, and I can't read as well as I could with one eye. So I didn't have time to put together a montage video of all of the different Project Flipped videos, but they are all in the Project Flipped group if you want to go back and watch them, or you can just vote here. I'm going to show you all the videos. I'm going to tell you whose video they are before I play them, and then you can go back and watch this live stream if you don't go to the club or have access to it. I really should put the link to the club in the chat. So you guys can vote. Let's see. All right, and I've got it public, so we're good there. So in about 5 minutes, we are going to go through all the Project Flip videos. I know some people came to the chat to talk about the Insta360 Go 3, which I'm really excited about that camera. I don't know that it'll be like the top camera in my arsenal, but there's some really, really cool things about it. Just having a remote screen. I had a Sony action cam a long time ago that had like a wrist screen that you could control the camera. I had that maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago. And I don't know why that never caught on, but I'm so glad that the Insta360 brought it back. So that's probably my most exciting thing about it is the remote. But just wait 1 second. Ooh, yeah. All right. We're going to pin that message to the top of the chat. All right. Voting is up. What's up, Chris? Oh, that's something that I haven't. Okay, so Chris, we'll talk about that. I really don't think it has. Nobody has mentioned that it has an SD card in it, and you can buy 3 different memory versions. So I don't think it has an SD card, but it's got a 128 gigabyte version. So if memory is something that's really important, and the the memory jumps aren't that much more expensive. So I think if you bought, we'll look at the pricing, but I think if you bought an SD card, it would, like, I don't think it would cost. I think it's cost efficient. I don't know how to say that the best right now, but you get what I'm saying. All right, so let's go through roll call real quick. I want to go through roll call. So the OG tonight was John Carroll. John Carroll was super excited to come see me. So he was first at around 6. He was at 5:57. And then Stephen Drones was number 2. Welcome, Steve. I hope you're having a good night. Welcome to Project Edited. One Vision Aerial, what's up? I am also One Vision Aerial tonight because I've got one eye that works. So good to see you, Dustin. Hope you're having a good night. Nacho's in the house, and he was the first to make fun of pirates. So we're going to give him that. Who else is in the house? We got John, Nacho. It's hard to do this with one eye, y'all. Brent Newman's in the house. What's up? He called us Folkages. Looks like Nacho lost his Avata. Well, didn't lose his Avata, but his Avata crashed, fell out of the sky, and he can't find the battery, so he's still looking for that. Charles Gillespie's in the house. What's up, Charles? Nacho, I hope you find your battery. If you just got the controller and you're about to fly it manual, like, it might not be a bad idea just to get a couple flights before you send it to DJI, if it still flies. See, I got Charles. Excuse me. I really appreciate your prayers, Captain Joe. You should have an eye patch, Captain Joe. So who else is here? Nacho called me an old fart. That's nice. Dustin's in the house. Pretty sure I said your name already. Well, y'all are talking a lot. Usually there's like a new person every other thing. All right. I thought I saw Barkley in here too. Maybe not. Chris is in the house. What's up, Chris? Hope you're having a good night. Hope all your blood didn't rush to your head doing my challenge. Jim's Droning's in the house. What's up, Jim? Oh, it's Pirates Night. What else we got here? Yep, Barkley did show up. Ah, that's a great idea. Put a parrot and Nafi on my shoulder. That's awesome. I do have a parrot. I've got a couple parrots. I got the Bebop too somewhere. Oh, the other thing that messed up this week is, so since I had these eye problems, I went to bed. I went to lay down, and I thought I was going to get back up, but I never did. And so my wife came in my office to turn off all of my lights, and And when she did that, she messed up the hue, the Philips Hue, and I got a new phone. And now I have no idea where that little the brain for all of my lights is. I'm sure it's under one of my unboxing piles in the office, but so anyway, might need to just reset all of my lights and stuff. So we might have a whole new set next week. I don't know. We'll see. So what else we got? Jim's droning, Nacho. Hey, Nacho, if you want to go ahead, make sure you vote. All right. I trust your opinion. I don't trust anybody else's opinion, but Nacho, I trust your opinion. I'm just kidding. Jim's droning. Brent Errol's in the house. What's up, Gary? Hope you're having a good night. Is that everybody? I feel awkward when I'm going through roll call, especially when I'm like, when there's a lot of people. JC, Brant, Sunrise. I think I got everybody at this point. Coast to Coast is in the house. What's up? Hope you're having a good night. He said, Yarg. Oh, and I've heard all kinds of pirate jokes this week. Even at church, we were singing Turn Your Eyes Upon Jesus. And Elizabeth, the girl that was singing it, said, Turn your eye upon Jesus. So she made fun of me. The keyboard player was playing some pirate music. My mother even asked me if I was going to go to lunch at Arby's. So it's been one of those weeks. I feel like I'm one of those guys that, like, I'm so sarcastic with everybody else that when something's wrong with me, everybody's got to give it back. Like, whether I'm pissed off that I can't see out of one eye, like, everybody's just going to tell me a bunch of jokes. So, all right. So let's get into something. Let's talk about something. What I'm going to do now is I want to go to, let's go to the club and look at some flip videos. What do y'all think? Yep, I think it was that. But everybody's a good sport. What it really what I've seen over the last week is that a long time ago I decided to start working on my crap. What is it? Oh, a long time ago I decided I was going to start working on my obituary and stop working on my resume. There are people in life that try to go so far and be so successful in life, and then, this might not be the case, but like then when you get to their funeral, nobody shows up because nobody liked the person, and nobody cared about the person. But if you spend the rest of your life like bringing joy to people and making the people around you happy, and loving all the people that are around you, then you're going to be surrounded by like people that you want to be around, and like people are going to show up to your funeral if you don't outlive everybody. But so that's kind of been my mantra for the last, probably since I hit 35. But my wife posted when I was in the emergency room, and a lot of people reached out then. And then I posted yesterday on Facebook, and just people out of nowhere, that people I haven't talked to in 20, 30 years, showed up and told me that they were praying for me. So it was really, really cool. And let me know that I'm doing the right thing. Let me know that I am the kind of person that people want to be around and care for. If there's ever anything that I do to any of you that hurts your feelings or makes you offended, I want you to talk to me about it, because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want anybody to go to my channel and think I'm a douche. That I'm in it for the money, or I'm in it for, fame or anything like that. I really just want to hang out and make cool videos. And I get more pleasure out of watching y'all's creative videos than I do watching my own. So that's why I do these projects. And I built the club. I spent my own money on all that, because I really like seeing what you guys do with your creativity. Even when you don't like it, Steve, even when you hate editing, I'm still glad that you put a video up, because I love seeing what y'all can do. And I would dare fly a Unique Typhoon H through a bridge. So you got bigger balls than me, buddy. All right. So we talked about Jesus. We've talked about balls. Let's get into this. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go ahead and share everybody's audio. Most people said they did Epidemic Sound. Chris composed his own music, which I thought was really creative. And pretty sure everybody used Epidemic Sound. But if not, then by tomorrow afternoon, your audio will be gone from the live stream. So that's how all of that works. I'm going to share the system audio. Jim's droning is Epidemic. Steve and drones, are you Epidemic? I think you're the only one that I didn't know for sure. I'm pretty sure you've done Epidemic in the past, but I know Bob Casey changed. I didn't know if you did too. So all right. So this is the club. For those of you that don't know, the club is kind of a Facebook that I put together. It's my website, and it's free to join. You can post pictures and videos. You can pose questions. You can set up a group and have sidebar conversations. Just get all of the creative juices going. What we do, this is Project Flipped, is what we're talking about tonight. The deadline was last night. And we're going to watch a bunch of videos that members in the club have posted that just deals with flipped. It could be reversed. It could be, even like pointing the camera on your drone backwards and flying. Or I put 360 cameras up on my Inspire and did a cool video that way. But just some sort of creative way to change the footage and do it in a way that you wouldn't normally do it. You could do it through editing, or you could do it through physically putting your camera somewhere. So even if you don't have editing capabilities, you can still pull this off. But we have 5 entries, and so we're going to run through those. I've also put 2 videos in here, so probably for the next half hour we're going to be watching those videos. But in the top of the chat tonight and down in the description, there is club.shawnidestudios.com is the address to this website. And if you'd like to vote, you can go on there and sign up. become a member, and then you can vote. Voting ends July 4th. So yeah, we'll find out next week who won. So yeah, so in order to, well, I'm going to put the videos right here. But tonight we're going to go to Project Flipped, which is a group in the club. And I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom, and we're just going to watch the videos in order that they are on here. So back in, so 2 months ago, John Carroll posted one. So let's check this out. I'm going to fast forward past the logo. I think that's cool. Whoa, I'm upside down. I'm dizzy. Getting dizzy. Getting dizzy, y'all. Getting dizzy. All right. So that was John Carroll's video, Flipped. Another really cool thing that I like about the club is I can roll over his name right here, and I can subscribe to him right here from the club. So a lot of times people will show videos on their live stream, and then hopefully that person will be in the chat, so you can click on their name and then go to their channel and subscribe to them. Something I love about the club is when the way the club embeds YouTube videos, just rolling over their name, you can hit the notification, you can subscribe to them right there. So I think that's awesome. I don't know if you could like or not, but so this one is Project Flip Editing Sucks by Steven Drones. So we're going to play his video. And his audio is from Filmora, so I'm just going to talk over his audio. So hopefully I won't get a copyright strike. But he's flying with the unique Typhoon H Plus through this covered bridge. So to give you kind of an idea, that drone is probably this big. So it probably takes up a fourth of that bridge. Now he's flying through it upside down, which is really hard to do with the hexacopter, to fly upside down. But I think it's a really cool perspective. Right here, he flies sideways and looks out the window. It's pretty cool. And I love that joint. What kind of joint is that on the bridge? That's crazy. That's like an eagle tail instead of a dovetail joint. So, very cool video from Steven Drones. And there's the man of the hour right there. Thumbs up from Steve. All right. Hopefully I didn't get a copyright strike from that. And then what else we got? This is from Jim Isles. Jim's droning in the chat.
Here's a crazy life hack everyone.
Oh, he's got an ad. We're making him money right now.
Boss, but you don't know where to start, here's what to do. Open up Grammarly
Does
Go,
he get
click
the
set
revenue
voice,
from
and
this
choose
ad
how
or
you
do
want
I?
to sound. Then you can ask Grammarly Go for some thought starters
like
like
we should,
this,
like,
hit
share
enter,
revenue
and just
on
like that, you now have a template.
Good job. I think there's a bit of a theme this year with people being in their own videos. All right, now this one is an example that I put up on YouTube. This is not footage that I took this quarter, but it was just an idea I had in my head that I wanted to get out. And then I went back last week and I flew, well, 2 weeks ago, and I flew my Inspire 2 with the 360 camera on it. And I've got another video a little bit later, example number 2. This is my favorite ballpark. Oh, we got to add. So am I getting revenue twice here? Because if I
hear a
am,
lot
I'm
of
doing
people
this all
talk
the time.
about keeping up with the Joneses, and they've done a ton of work on their house.
I can't believe that you came into my life. You made me feel again. Now it's my turn. You say you've always been a little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin. I know you feel it within. So go ahead and just spin for me. Won't you spin? Don't let the doubt in you win. I know you feel it within. So go ahead
All right, so that was my video. Chris, I think I'm going to demonstrate that tonight for you. I think I can go into Figma and show you guys pretty quick how it'll work. So stay tuned. Next we have, I'm going to play that one last. I want to play, wait, where did Alex's go? Where did Alex's go? Oh wait, I gotta go find Alex's real quick. Oh wait, I know where Here we go. This is the one Alex posted.
Home repairs just got easier. With Hiller's new online booking, we've
A
made
lot
it
of
fast
ads
and easy
tonight.
for you to get a price and schedule an appointment. For all your plumbing, HVAC, and electrical repairs or service,
Call the Happy Face Truck today.
This is Dago. I'm going to teach him how to fly today. I'm going to try to teach him how to fly today.
No, como un mosquito aquí. Au.
He's already complaining about the mosquitoes. Before we fly, we have to warm up. Come on. We have to exercise the drone and warm it up. Okay?
¿Para qué se ve eso?
To warm it up. Para que se caliente. Así vuela bien. And you don't crash. Rule number 1. Don't fly over people. ¿Entendiste?
Sí. Regulación número 1, no volar arriba de la gente.
Sí.
Aprendí bastante yo. Oye,
Rule number 2.
oye, aprendí bastante.
Don't fly over 400 feet. ¿Qué dice eso? ¿Qué indica?
Que, no volar por 400 pies, ¿no?
Por arriba de 400 pies.
Ok.
Porque esa es la ley. No se puede hacer. Eso... You can't do that.
¿No? Oye. Fallamos.
Okay, so what did you learn today?
Cómo volar, cómo manejar el dron, las reglas,
The rules?
Sí.
Yeah, yeah.
todo. Pero lo que hace falta es venir más seguido, hacer más práctica.
Yep. Así es. Gotta fly to get better.
All right, so that was Alex's video. I thought that was pretty funny. The warming up of the drones is new for me. I feel like I fly fat drones because they don't get any. They get about as much exercise as I do. So I thought that was pretty fun. Oh, we got TJ Giggles here. What's up? Welcome to the chat. I saw someone else tick in. And I miss saying hi to him. Where'd you go? Somebody new. Oh, Lee showed up. Lee's got an eye patch too. He came out of cataract surgery successful, so that's awesome. Biggie support group. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're having a good night. So we got one more to show, I think. Did we get? Well, we got two more to show. I want to show my latest one. But this, as always, Chris always brings the creativity.
A few months ago, I lost the tip of my finger to the blades of the DJI Avata. And I guess you could say that turned my whole world upside down for a couple reasons. Number one, I had to fly drones like a thumber instead of pinching the control sticks. And number two, I couldn't play bass guitar as I normally do. But now that I'm pretty much healed, I want to celebrate by doing some FPV flights to a music track that I composed using only bass guitar. Here we go. Kelly, I'm getting tired. Is the video over yet?
No, Chris, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, Kelly, I'm coming down. I'm gonna squash you.
No, hold on. And 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Oh my goodness, that was so tiring. I should not have joined Kai's fitness protection program.
I'm in the fitness protection program.
Awesome. So that was Chris's. What I thought was really cool about his video is he recorded his own music. He he was wearing one of my shirts, and he had another one of my shirts in the background. Since we've been talking about the Go 3, it looked like that his video, one of the videos was going forward, and the other video was a camera pointing backwards. So I'm kind of excited to put a Go pointing backwards on my Avata and do what he did. Yeah, I thought that was cool. The next thing I want to show you guys is this is my Project Flip 2. And what I didn't like about the first one that I showed you guys tonight is that even though it was really like one was on top of the other, I did it in such a way that it was, how do I say that? It was opposite. But since it was opposite, the planet moved a little different than the sky did sometimes. So I wanted to figure out how to overlap it so that the 360 view on the bottom was a mirror image of the 360 view on top. So, and I wanted to start the video like a normal video, and then and then reveal that it was more than just a regular. Well, dang it. That's all right, I think. Same audio as before.
I can't believe that you came into my life. You made me feel again. Now it's my turn. You say you've always been a little bit shy, but I can put an end to your fears. Let me show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet until they start to bleed. DJ, take it away. Tonight is all for you and me. So baby, spin and let the music begin.
So that was my video. If you like what you saw tonight, all you need to do is go to club.shawnidestudios.com and vote for your favorites. Looks like someone has already voted for John Carroll. So all you have to do is pick somebody and then hit the submit button if you're already a member. And this is set to public, so you might be able to view it, but I think voting is just for members of the club. All right. All right. So that was that. What time is it? It's about 7:36. So I want to talk about the Go a little bit. This, let me do this. All right. So this is the original Insta360 Go. This was a camera that was kind of weird when it came out because it didn't really record video. It recorded like tiny little clips of video. I believe they were only like 5 seconds long. There might have been 15 seconds. It's been a while since that was a thing. And then I think around Christmas time, they came out with FPV mode on this. And I think you could record up to 5 minutes with it. But the only way that you could record for 5 minutes was if you had it on a drone and it was up in the air. Because the wind going by it would allow it not to overheat within that 5 minutes. I think the video from this was only 1080. It's really hard to get out of its case. But it is a super tiny little camera. Okay. Then this was the Insta360 Go 2. And what was cool about it was that it had a longer record time, had better features, better battery life, and was a lot bigger. So you can see the difference. Man, it's hard to do, especially with one eye. You can see that it's a lot thicker. The sizes are different, but the same concept, okay? The Go 2 just had more going on. They added a replaceable lens, better resolution, better battery, more storage. So yeah. And but several things have come along since then. They've had the DJI has had the Action 2, I believe, where it had a little screen that you could pull apart from it. But so Insta360 is pulled from that. But I want to show you what's going on with this new camera, and the reason why I think it's a bigger upgrade. Jim thinks it sucks. So I don't know if that's from Max or if you really think it sucks. But I'm going to make this full screen, and first we're going to watch the intro. And so check it out. $35 grams. You can wear it. You can tap it. Hands-free, POV, 2.7K. Mount to anything. $170 minutes of recording time. Doesn't overheat anymore. Flow state stabilization. No matter which way you point it, you can hold a horizon. Water resistant and waterproof, depending on which you use. It's got 2 mics, so you can do stereo. You can also focus it towards yourself. And then there's wind reduction. Also has voice control, so you don't have to tap it now. You've got hyperlapses as well as time lapses. You got HDR photos. You've got different aspect ratios. So small you can put it on a cat. It also has AI editing in the app, which is pretty sweet. All these videos look amazing. All right, think bold. So actually, I want to make that big. All right, so we're going to go through here. I'm going to put myself back on the screen. And I want to go through and pause in a couple different places, and I want to show you guys some really cool things. Well, that's not there. All right, let's pause it again. I'm going to turn this playback speed to 0.25 so I can hit it. All right, so I wanted to show you guys this. This is the sticky mount, original sticky mount. And I want to show you guys how it's upgraded. So this right here is a tripod base that has it's like a gummy sticker. And you can kind of stick this anywhere. You can put it on your windshield. You can put it, I saw 51 Drones put this on his Mavic 3 just using the sticky mount, and it worked just fine. And this unscrews, you can put this on the end of a selfie stick. But if you guys remember, the both Go's from the past, the Go and the Go 2, were all magnetic. This one, the Go 3, is now magnetic, as well as it has these clips. So if you're familiar with the DJI Action 2, you've got these clips, and it's magnetic. So it has a lot stronger hold, and it goes in the case this way as well. You can see this notch right here. That is a grabber notch. You've got these different batteries and these grips, or sorry, not batteries. You've got these different nubs. These are the battery charger pieces. You've got a big magnet right here, or that might be a button press. And then you've got a grabber here and a grabber here. On this side, you've got a quick button and a power button, and then there's a shutter button up there. This is a big microphone, and this is the LED light. This is the camera. The camera has ND filters. It has protection. Something else that I wanted to show is, so the clips that are on the camera are also the same clips that are on the Action Pod. So this Action Pod can clip into that same case. I don't know if they show that here or not. Also has a flip touchscreen. Something that we were speculating over the week was that there was an SD card that could go in, but I haven't seen anybody report that you can put an SD card into the camera. So yeah, but you've got, you can flag a clip if you really like it. You've got your recording time here. You've got your Bluetooth connection here, as well as the battery for the camera and battery for the Action Pod. And then this is seamless mounting, so you can mount the Action Pod and the Go using the same thing. There's one of the kits that you can get that also has this this grabber thing, as it has an Action mount as well, so you can plug it onto all your different GoPro, your FPV drones that already have a GoPro mount on them, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. I also wanted to show you this. So check this out. This is, you have a remote control monitor. And I don't know if you guys care about that, but I would love to be able to take a magnetic camera, put it somewhere, look at my monitor from, I think 51 Drones said that he was like 50 or 75 feet away, to be able to see what's on that screen, to be able to hit record. So for those of you that have been wanting a button on the camera because you're putting it on an FPV drone, you can put it on your FPV drone and then hit record from your monitor. That might cause like interference, but if you're flying on RC signal and you're using Bluetooth to control the camera, it shouldn't interfere. The only times that I've ever had it interfere is whenever I was using Wi-Fi to fly as well as Wi-Fi to control the camera. So all of this should be pretty cool. And you might be able to monitor your flight from it if you don't fly farther than 75 feet away. Like if you're flying a tiny drone around your field or around your front yard or something like that, you might be able to see the view from the camera the entire time. So everybody's throwing the price around. I'll get to the price in a minute and why I think it's justified. So there is so if you're flying your drone, if you're flying your small drone and you want to just mount the Go, you've got a 30-minute battery. Okay. Now something 51 Drones did today is he put it on his, oh wait, no, sorry, never mind. The Go 2 had a 30-minute battery life. This one has a 45-minute battery life. And if you put it in the Action Pod, you have a 170-minute battery life. So if you think about this, let's say you take the Go 3 out and you're filming all of your stuff, and then you put it back in the Action Pod, put it in your camera, it's going to recharge that Go 3 back up. And let's say you have the Action Pod in your backpack hooked up to a battery pack, then you'll have more than 170 minutes worth of battery if you charge that thing over and over. So 170-minute battery life. Let's see, unbeatable. Oh, so this is the stabilization. This is the horizontal stabilization. So no matter what he's doing, that horizon is staying. Look at the city in the background, though. The city is like crooked. So 360 horizon lock. That's hard to say. So water resistant. So I want to show you this. So this part is water resistant. So the pod is water resistant. And then waterproof camera. So this tiny little camera is underwater. I've even seen a dive case for it already, which is pretty sweet. Double the mics. So let's see. Anything else I wanted to pause on? I think that's all I wanted to pause on for the video. So, all right. So let's go through this. I'm getting a lot of questions in here. So Chuck, what's up, Chuck? Haven't seen you in a while. Go 3 is fine for a Cinewoop, but as a ground action camera, question mark. Action 3 blows this thing out of the water. That's true. So everybody has a different use case for these different little cameras. something that you can't do with the Action 3 is you can't take the lens off and put it somewhere. So if you also can't do remote viewfinding. So I know, Chuck, you do a lot of travel videos and you're kind of in the moment. But I feel like you could do some, if you go watch Casey Neistat's review on this camera, you will see some amazing things that he did with it. There's a lot of reviewers out there that are just, hey, I stuck this on a drone. You know what I mean? Like, great. I saw several people put this on a drone, and yeah, it looks great, but it doesn't look like there's not much improvement on, like, people have already put the 2 and the 1 on a drone. But if you go look at Casey Neistat, who is a wonderful vlogger, I think you could get a ton of great ideas from him. His video was awesome. It really was. So Chuck always has nice things to say about people. So, so a tiny mighty action camera. I think all these are just kind of where you can stick it. So the other thing is 35 grams. So if you want to put it on a tiny drone, Nerc FPV compared it to the OS3. So if you guys want to see, that, he's got a really good video on the differences between the footage. I think Insta360 stabilization is my favorite out of all of them. But I'm also a 360 guy, so I think Insta360 understands 3D space the best. I think the DJI action cameras are coming from, like, they're trying to make their action cameras look more gimbal-like. They've been in FPV for a while, so that stabilization is getting better. But Insta360 has been doing like gyro stabilization for a long time now, and they're the experts on that, in my opinion. So there's, like, the Go came out, and then the Action 2 copied a lot of things that the Go had, and then now the Go 3 is taken some ideas from the Action 2. So yeah, go stick it in your grabber notch. That's awesome. So a lot of this is not new for the Go line, but they have to say it just in case this is the first time someone's ever seen a Go camera. I do think this is going to be awesome. This little grabber notch thing. Quick capture, and there's voice control. So they've added voice control, which is great, I think. Especially if you've got 2 or 3 of them around. So transform it with the Action Pod with a flip touchscreen. You don't have GoPros with flip touchscreens. You have to buy a mod and then buy a screen mod, and they just decided to stop doing that. So I think this is pretty cool that it has that capabilities. We thought this was an SD card slot, but this is a USB-C slot. So there's a quick button. Quick is just kind of their way of, like, different filming modes. So you can, like, switch between time lapse or star lapse or stuff like that. Waterproof, we already saw that stuff. Get creative. All right, so here's some of the accessories. You've got a quick release mount. Sorry, I didn't know that was timed. Quick release mount, which is a GoPro mount. You have the monkey tail mount. You've got a dive case, screen protectors, ND filters, lens guard. You even have this fetch stick, so you can put the Go on the end of a stick and let your dog fetch it, which I think is pretty cool. So did we get everything? Hands free. Yep, that's everything. You can put customized skins on there. Who cares? So let's go to the specs. Aperture is f2.2, 35. So photo resolution, 16:9. You can get up to 1440. But I want you guys to see this. I will probably never record in 1440. Oh wait, no, this is photo resolution. Sorry. They've got a 1:1. So these are different aspect ratios for the photo. For the video, you've got 2.7K at 30 frames per second. So yeah, I would just record at 2.7K all the time. Free frame video only goes up to 1440. And what free frame video is like, it's kind of like the max lens on the GoPro. Like horizon, like no matter where you point the camera, it's going to get a horizon lock video. That's hard to say tonight. Time shift is 1440, time lapse 1440. Slow motion is 1080p, but goes up to 120 frames per second. Pre-recording, 2.7K. That means that it's always recording. And then when you hit the record button, then it grabs like the 5 seconds before that or something like that. And then it's got loop recording. So I use loop recording on my GoPro Session back in the day when I was driving Uber. And basically what it did was it recorded for 5 minutes and then stopped that clip and then started recording for another 5 minutes. And then once it filled up the card, then the latest video would overwrite the original video. So photo format, you can export in DNG. So you can take raw photos with this tiny little camera, which I think is ridiculous. Video format is MP4, photo mode, HDR mode, interval mode, and star lapse. So I don't know if you guys have ever taken the star lapse with a 360 camera, but it's really, really cool. I don't know what Chuck wants, but the fact that you can get 2.7K out of this tiny little camera is amazing to me. So I don't know what he's gawking about. The best GoPro can do is the Mini, and that thing overheats. So you can go stick that in your grabber notch, Chuck. I'm just kidding. Love you, buddy. The max bit rate is 80 megabits per second. It's got a huge ISO range. It's got 3200 ISO range, which is pretty cool. It's got white balance. So the three audio modes are wind reduction, stereo, and direction focus. So I saw 2 videos on this today. The wind reduction sucks. Stereo and direction focus sounded really good. Direction focus was the clearest when someone was talking, but the stereo was the best when you were just getting like ambiance. So the action pod is 3 grams, or sorry, 96.3 grams. And the Go 3 by itself is 35 grams. There's the dimensions. It's white, so it's racist. I'm just kidding. The other thing I wanted to point out is that you can buy a 32 gig, 64 gig, or 128 gig version. So being able to record 128 gigs of 2.7K footage, you're going to get a lot of footage, especially because it's 2.7K. And the 2.7K that I saw today, up-res to 4K, great. So if you've got, let's say, Chuck, let's say you are in a travel location and you want to talk about a restaurant, you can get some really cool footage of putting this little camera on your plate while you're eating, or drop it in a wine glass and pour wine over it. Or, there's all kinds of really cool stuff you can do with this camera that your Action 3 wouldn't fit in. So that's why I think it's an amazing camera. You could put it on that little dish with your shampoos and your soaps, and you could do a lot of stuff with it. Charging method is the Action Pod. Action Pod charges with the Type-C. Charging time, this was a question someone had. The Go 3, it takes 23 minutes to get 80%, 35 minutes to get to 100%. So if that thing is dead and you stick it in your Action Pod, it's going to take 30 minutes to completely charge up. So if you get in the car and go to the next location, there's a good chance it's going to be charged up for you. And just think about, that's 45 minutes of filming. And then it takes 30 minutes to charge back up. But that is full-on filming for 45 minutes. So if you're on vacation and you take little clips, there's a good chance it's going to take you all day to fill up 45 minutes worth of footage. Now, if you just turn it on and you're playing with the dolphins, or you're walking all around Disney World or something like that, then you can fill up 45 minutes pretty fast. But I took my GoPros with all these SD cards, 256 gigabyte SD cards in them, and I didn't fill them up I didn't fill up one card my entire Disney trip because I was too busy having fun. So runtime, these tests were done in 77 degrees Fahrenheit lab conditions. But the videos that I saw, nobody mentioned that it overheated at all. So yeah. And I think Alex said it great. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's a bad device. Good device, but probably not for him. This is probably not the best camera for a lot of people. The thing that I loved most about this guy, this is my favorite camera still, probably of all time, this form factor, the GoPro Session. What I loved about this camera is I could hide it in places. It's just a little black box, and I could put it in places. I recorded my son's recital. This is a long time ago. But I recorded my son's recital, and I put this GoPro Session on the grand piano, which is a black piano with this little black camera on it. I turned the LEDs off and I hit record, and I recorded the entire recital from behind. So I got to see the music on the stand, and then I filmed like a dad from the front row in the audience. And so I got two angles, but because this little camera was so tiny, I didn't really notice it in my footage. And so I got two angles, but I didn't have a huge camera and a tripod up on stage. So that's what I like about it. I think that's about it for that. So I wanted to show you guys the different packages, and then I'm going to call it a night so I can rest my eye. So right now it dispatches in 2 days, so it's still good. I will probably get it. I think it'd be fun for camp. I think I'll get some really cool little angles. Maybe put it on the like during lunch and walk it on the lunch tray over to the table and do a lot of transition shots that I wouldn't be able to get with my bigger cameras. But the standalone package is $379. And what you get is the Insta360 Go, the Action Pod, one lens guard, one magnetic pendant, one pivot stand, and one easy clip. So it also says if you have a pacemaker, please do not wear the Go 3 on your chest. That would suck. But so that's what the standalone is. And let's see if we can get a picture. So, dang it. So this is everything that comes with the standalone package. So the clip goes on your head, the pendant goes under your shirt, and then you can magnetic attach it to your shirt, which I've loved, by the way. Like I wore that all around Disney World, and then I'd go on a ride and I'd just snap it on my chest and record the ride. Then I'd take it off my chest and put it in my pocket, and nobody knew I was like recording because I had this tiny little thing on my shirt. So I will probably get the Action Kit, and this is everything that comes in the Action Kit. Basically everything that came in it before, but it has this GoPro mount with it. And I think I'll use that GoPro mount more than I'll use anything else. GoPro is super easy to adapt. And they're hundreds of 3D, like I can 3D print all kinds of mounts to attach this camera to. So I'm pretty excited about that. So this is $414. There's also a travel kit that comes with it comes with a bag with like a case. And it also has this stick, but it doesn't say that it comes with the Action mount. So I'm not sure. I have a feeling they just didn't put it in the picture. Okay, so I want to go back to mine. The one that I'm going to get is the Action Kit, probably. Creator Kit's out of stock already. Uh-oh. So here's the grand total down here that you guys can't see. Grand total right now is $414. If we double the capacity, because it goes up to $434. So we've added 32 gigs and it added $20. Okay. So this is what I was talking about earlier, Chris, where sorry, I'm not missing a lot of things you guys are saying. Let me get down to the bottom. So what Chris was asking earlier, if you can put an SD card in. And so this is what I was saying is the memory capacity on here is about the same price as an SD card. So if you want to get, so $414 plus 20 gets you the 64, plus 30 more gets you the 128 gigs. So $464 for the 128. So I think it's worth it if you use it. If you don't use it, I mean, like I have the Go 2, and we'll probably get the Go 3. I'll have 3 little cameras I can put places and get some cool footage out of them. But yeah. So that's about all I wanted to talk about tonight. Let's see if there's been an update to the voting. Oh, we got updates. So it looks like Jim is in the running, or he's winning with 3 votes. Chris has got 1 vote, and John Carroll's got 1 vote. So voting is open. If you didn't notice, for those of you that have come in since I started the live stream, oh, the background looks kind of cool now that the sun went down. I'm gonna have to tape up those shades. I don't mind that at all. Sorry, a squirrel. I haven't been on screen all night, so I haven't noticed that. But if you guys are new to the channel, I saw some new names tonight. I have in the chat and in the description below a link to the club, and this is the AV Club. The address is club.shawnidestudios.com. And we've shown a lot of videos tonight about Project Flipped. And by tomorrow morning, I'll have a video in here that you can see all of the clips, or you can go back and rewatch the live stream if you missed them at the beginning. Or you can just go to Project Flipped right here. But I'll probably turn that off tonight. But there's videos in there for Project Flipped, and to vote for your favorite video this week, you need to become a member of the club, and you can vote for your favorite video. There's a lot of creativity that happened in this project, and looking forward to the next project. So if you didn't like this project, you have an opportunity to tell me in the club what you would like the next project to be. So, yep, that's all I'm gonna say about that. We'll do that next week. So yeah, hope you guys like this video or this live stream. I'm planning on doing some more videos. Oh crap, Chris! I wanted to show you how I did that video real quick. So let's see if we can. I don't know if this is going to work or not. But okay. So there's several things going on in here. So when I record the 360 video, one of the things I do is I point my drone at the sky, or I take the camera off the drone and point it at the sky. And I take a screenshot of the sky from that. So that would be this. Let's do this. All right. So if you can see this, it's still loading, I think. Just do that. So if you guys notice in this picture, I basically just took a picture of the sky. Okay. I took this one in a wrong spot because there was a flagpole like right here. So I did go into Photoshop and I took the flagpoles out. All these little poles. So I had a really big version of the sky. And I stretched the sky down a little bit just so I would have plenty of sky. Okay. And then this. So yeah. Then I did this video. Let's see if I can open this with GoPro. Yep, sweet. Ah, crap, I can't. Oh, well, dang it. That's not going to work. Let's try this. Man, if I could just get one frame. Well, I know what I'm going to do. All right. So I have that picture, so I think I'm good. All right. So I'm just going to use this as an example. All right. So picture this as your 360 video. So we've got this 360 video here, and this is the ground. Okay. And then I want to take this and I'm going to rotate it 180 degrees. And in the video processing, I would use a mask to do this. But here, I basically just take the sky out. Okay. And so I would export this 360 video from Final Cut Pro with the 360 footage replacing the sky. So now I have a mirrored image of, well, I don't have a mirrored image. Let's do that. So right here, I've got a mirrored image of the ground and the sky is together. And then all I did was reframe from there. So in Final Cut Pro, you can use turn that into a planet and then start from one. Like I started with one angle and then I ended with a different angle, like my last shot that I wanted. And then 360 degrees is a revolution. So I just made sure that all of them were more than 360 degrees. Like I think I did one was like 720, which is like it would flip around twice, and then in the other direction it would go this way twice. And so it all kind of came around or whatever. So this is my quickie explanation. But I'll just do a video this week. I'm planning on taking this guy out. This is my Insta360 1-inch edition, and I've got it on my super expensive Inspire 2 mount. So the plan is to have it kind of hang from the drone like this. And I made this 3D printed mount that grabs into the cage in 3 locations, so it should be super secure. And there won't be much vibration because of that awesome mount. So we're going to try to do that this week, if I can see. Anyway, hope you guys like this live stream. Make sure you vote. I'll catch you next week. Please like, subscribe to my channel, click on the bell for notifications when I put out more live streams, and more updates on the club. And I might get this Insta360 Go 3, and I might not. I might hold out for the other announcements from Insta360 this year, because I feel like they're going to come out with a new installment of the either the R's, or they're going to come out with something different. But this is, in my opinion, the best 360 camera they've come out with. And I should put this back on there before I scratch it. And I want an upgrade to it. Actually, I want a VR 180 version of this is what I want. Something that's modular that can be conformed into a double lens system. But yeah. And the monitor, the remote monitor, I hope they add that to the R line. So you got the R and the RS. I would love to have a remote monitor, not use my phone, not be interrupted by texts and stuff that comes in. I love the remote monitor thing. With my this, I'm going to show you guys this. I'm all over the place tonight. Yep. Man, they're still selling that thing for $190. I want to show you this. So I had a Sony Action Cam back in the day. This was probably 9 or 10 years ago. This was when Tony Hawk was supporting the action cameras. And this was a little live monitor that I could wear on my wrist. I would love to have something like that for the Insta360Rs. But anyway, y'all have a good night. I'm going to stop rambling. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Good luck to all of those that have that we're voting for. And we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.